So now we're going to convert non-simplified fractions to terminating decimals. So the initial fraction we get will need simplify. All right, so convert the fractions or mixed numbers to terminating decimals. We did this in the last lesson, right? We want to get this over 10, 100, or 1,000. So 20 times 5 is 100. So 7 times 5 is 35. That's 35 hundredths, or 0.35. 9/5, that's an improper fraction. My recommendation, make it a mixed number. 1 4/5. So then it's 1 and how many tenths? 8 tenths, so it's 1.8. 5/8, that's the one that's going to be over 1,000. And what do you multiply 8 by? 125. So we have to do 5 times 125. And 125 times 5 is 625 thousandths here, so 0.625. All right. This number line is in fourths. So this is 1 3/4, which is the same as 1 and how many hundredths? Hopefully we've memorized 1/4 is 25 hundredths, 3/4 is 75 hundredths. 3 times 25 is 75. So that is also 1.75, 1 75 hundredths. So now, what about other fractions like 2/8 and 6/10? How do you make those into terminating decimals? Well, just like we were finding the missing number 4 when we were doing finding the missing number, and it didn't work right, 12 times nothing makes 10, 100, or 1,000, we used to look to simplify. So 3/12 simplifies to 1/4, right? Divide top and bottom by 3. 4 times 25 is 100. 1 times 25 is 25. So 3/12 is 1/4 is 25 hundredths, or 0.25. Anything that simplifies to 1/4 is 0.25. 4 6/15. All right, so we have to simplify. And 6 and 15 are both divisible by 3. So we get 4 2/5. 2/5 can be made into tenths, right? 5 times 2 is 10, 2 times 2 is 4, 4 and 4/10. This is 4.4. 3/75, right? Now this is interesting, right? We're trying to make this over 10, 100, or 1,000. Let's simplify it to 3 divided by 3 is 175 divided by 3 is 25, 1/25. So it's 25 goes times 4 is 100. This is 4 hundredths, or 0.04. 9 and 15 94ths. So it's 9, 15, and 24 are both divisible by 3. And so we get 9 5/8. All right, so there's eighths again. And so you know you're going to thousandths. And we did actually 5/8 earlier in the warm-up. It was 625, right? Each eighth is worth 125 thousandths. So we have 5 of them. They're worth 625 thousandths. So this is 9.625. Here's our people mixing pink paint again. All right, so we have pink paint, which is red and white. The ratio of red to total. So 12 plus 18 is 30. So 12/30 is our fraction. But we're never going to do that. Express your answer as a fraction now. We have to simplify this anyway. All right, so we're going to simplify this. Divide by 3. Ooh, no, divide by 6, and you get 2, right, fifths. So the fraction is 2/5. Now you actually could have simplified it to 4/10 to get the decimal, but it says express your answer as a fraction and a decimal. So we need the simplified fraction. We need the 2/5 here. And then we're trying to get this over to 10. 5 times 2 is 10. 2 times 2 is 4. 4/10. So the decimal is 4/10, or 0.4, or 0.4, if you want to put the leading 0 in there, and 2/5. All right, so we're going to make this dollars and cents. 5 12/16 dollars. What is that? Well, 5 12/16. All right, 12/16 simplifies. Divide by 4. 5 3/4. Which is 5 and how many hundredths? Well, we're going to multiply by 25. 5 75 hundredths. This is $5.75. 5 and 12/16 dollars. 2 and 9/15 dollars. We're going to simplify again. Divide top and bottom by 3, and you get 2 and 3/5. And we're going to make this over. Now, this is interesting. Okay, so we can put this over tenths, but we remember we're trying to make it money, and money is always over 100. So we can make this 2.6, right? This is $2.60, right? And please, right? So if you have 2 and 600, say, that's the one that's $2.06. 2.6 is $2.60. So we have a fraction here. These are fourths, so this is 3 and 2/4. But 3 and 2/4 is not simplified. It simplifies to 3 1/2, and hopefully that's obvious because it's halfway between 3 and 4. And so 3 1/2, I just want you to memorize that 1/2 is 5/10. So 3 1/2 is 3.5. Here, these are sixths. Ooh, okay, so 1 and 3/6. Oh, once again, it's in the middle. 1 and 3/6 simplifies to 1 1/2, so this must be 1.5. 0.5 is 1/2, right? Because it's 5/10. All right, so in inches, remember rulers are in sixteenths. So we are 2 tick marks past 1, so we are at 1 and 2/16. We simplify that to, now we taught you how to convert sixteenths, you multiply by for that, but the easier one to remember is 1 and 1/8. And so we're going to go to thousandths and multiply by 125. So this is 1/125 thousandths, or 1.125. That's what that 1 and 2/16 or 1 and 1/8 is as a decimal. Oh, and the mixed number, it says, simplified mixed number, it says 1 and 1/8. Right? It asks for both. This blue one, all right, I'll do it in blue. So this is 3 and 4/16, which simplifies to 3 and 1/4. And that's why this is longer than the other ones. And fourths always go up to hundredths because you can't make them in tenths. 4 times 25, 1 times 25, 3 and 25 hundredths. So this is 3.25, 3 and 25 hundredths. Okay, so let's just practice. So 4 and 14/35 becomes 4, and divide by 7, right? And you get 4 and 2/5, which is 4 and how many tenths? 4 and 4/10, which is 4.4. 2 and 33/44 is 2 divided by 11. 2 and 3/4, which is 2 and 75 hundredths, multiplying by 25, which is 2.75. 5 and 18/16 dollars. I said that wrong. 5 and 8/16 dollars. Well, that simplifies to 1/2. $5.50, right? $5.50 is 5. Yeah, it's 5 and 5/10, but we need dollars, so we need 50 hundredths. So it's $5.50. 5 and 6/75 dollars. That's interesting. Those are both divisible by 3, so we get 6 divided by 3 is 2. 75 divided by 3 is 25. 5 and 2/25. Interesting. So we're going to make this over 100. And then times 4, times 4. 5 and 8 hundredths. How much money is that? That's $5.08. That's how you write 8 hundredths. We're mixing pink paint again. And we're still wanting to be red. I'm very consistent about that. I'm not trying to trick you. And so we have 24 plus 16, so the total is 40, right? So red paint is 24 out of the 40. We're trying to convert that to a decimal because the can has got decimals on it. So let's simplify that. Both are divisible by 4, but they're also divisible by 8. Yeah, so 24 divided by 8 is 3. 40 divided by 3/5. Now it's 3/5. Unfortunately, if I had just divided them by 4, I could have gone right to the 6/10, which would have been the 0.6. So that was interesting. There was more than one way to get to 6/10. But so then when you shade this, you're shading along this curve, right? Because this is supposed to be curved. And so it is, right? You shade up to the line for 0.6, whatever line is there. So this is 1, and these are 16ths. So halfway, by the way, is 8/16, right? So this is 1 and 10/16, or you could just count them from 1. And that simplifies to 1 and 5/8. That's our simplified mixed number. And since we have 8s, right, we're going to 1,000 times 125. I have a lot of 5 times 125 in this lesson. 1 and 625 thousandths. That is 1.625 as a decimal. 1 and 5/8. Good luck on the homework.